Hey guys, FutureMeDead here with some analysis of Minerco Resources, ticker MINE. This is a short-term chart. We're looking at 15-minute candles with a range with a span of 14 days. Okay, I'm doing this chart by request. I had some technicians on Twitter ask for my opinion, and I'm happy to oblige. But I will say that I do not currently have a position in mind, and I don't intend on establishing one anytime soon. Really, my focus is on some other stocks. Okay, so diving right in, you guys know I'm an Elliott wave analyst. So from the very low that's carved out on May 19. And let me pull up a daily chart so you guys can see what low I'm talking about. It's this start. So we're starting the Elliott wave count from this low created by the hammer candle. Okay, so zooming back in, what we have from May 19 through the open of May 27 is a three-wave move. I've labeled it here A, triangle B, 5-wave move up in C. C waves in Elliott wave are always 5 waves. They're always impulse waves. You can see it here denoted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just a quick recap of the 3 rules that cannot be broken with Elliott wave is wave 2 cannot retrace more than 100% of wave 1. Wave 3 cannot be the shortest wave between waves 1, 3, and 5. And the third and final rule is wave 4, the correction of wave 4 cannot enter the price territory of wave 1. Okay, so if, for example, if this was to go this deep, I could no longer use these labels. It is taking the shape of some other pattern. Okay, so I also want to point your attention to this triangle here. A lot of people tend to draw triangles. Basic technical analysis tends to teach people to draw triangles from the very top, like so, but that's not the proper way to draw triangles. Triangles, you're to connect waves A, which is a termination of the first leg down. So this would be wave A, wave B, C, D, and E. At that point, you have a thrust higher. In order to draw the trend lines correctly, you have to connect. You have to create a trend line between waves A and wave C and B and D in order for you to have a proper triangle. I just want to throw that out there as a guideline as to how Elliott wave sometimes cleans up basic guidelines of basic technical analysis. Okay, moving on. So we have this 3-wave move up, A, B, C. By definition already, I can tell you that the larger degree trend is down, even though the stock is moving up. So that is to say, even if the stock is to move up, and I believe it will, I will describe it as rallying counter trend. Okay. All right. So we have this 3-wave move up, the first set of A, B, C. Once you have the first set, you have to denote a larger degree leg, which I've labeled here as W. Okay. I've color coded it yellow. From there, we move in a sideways correction, a larger degree triangle. Okay, you can see it here, A, B, C, D, E. And I've denoted it here. This in turn forms wave X. This is an intervening wave, and that is to say it's just a correction or it's a move counter trend to the previous leg. So this leg was from bottom to top. So this leg here, which is X, this wave, is correcting a portion of the previous move, which is from this low to this high. We move sideways. Triangles are sideways. They are continuation patterns. And so once we thrust from this triangle, what I'm expecting is a 3-wave move up in Y. I also want to say, too, just to give you guys sort of a target as to where this is going, eyeballing this, I believe this is in a channel or is looking to be in a channel. So let's draw one. Just about there. Let's duplicate this line. And I want to connect it to this high here. And so I can have my channel. Let's even duplicate this one more time and create a middle line. All right, so you can see that this stock is moving correctively in a channel. I will also say too, the characteristic of a trend of a stock that is trending, it's not going to be contained by a channel. It's usually going to move sharply. So the fact that this is in a channel leads me to believe that we are in some sort of a bear market rally. Anyways, all right, moving on. So let's finish the Elliott wave count. So we have 3-wave move up in W, intervening wave in X, and now we need a 3-wave move up in Y. So we have the first leg in A, overlapping wave structure in B. Okay, this is not an impulse, it is not a 5-wave move down, so that's a good thing. It leads me to believe we still have higher to go. And so what I'm expecting is some sort of 5-wave move up to complete wave C. Like I said at the beginning of the video, C waves are always 5 waves. It'd be very convenient also, I can't grab this letter for some reason. It's very convenient also that under this count, you know, we might be able to reach the top trend line of this channel. So the target would be somewhere at the very, you know, well, I want to say, you know, this is very subjective. You know, the market really can go as high as it wants to go, but in terms of just trend line analysis, we're looking at a target of 0.023. Okay, so we can compound Elliott wave analysis with trend line analysis, and let's do some Fibonacci projection to help us have some conviction as to what I'm saying. Let me move this out of the way. And so what I'm doing is I've pulled out my Fibonacci extension tool. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to project the distance of this 3-wave move up and project it from the termination point of wave X. And so what I'm trying to see is I'm trying to look for a Fibonacci relationship between waves Y and waves W. Okay, and you can see here, if I could say if wave Y is going to equal 61.8% the length of wave W, well, that gives us a target just above 2 cents at 0.021. If it decides to extend, we would look to the next Fibonacci relationship, which is the 78.6, which, if you guys don't know, that is the square root of 61.8, and that gives us a target of just about, you know, call it 0.0225. So that's in terms of Elliott wave analysis. If I was long this stock, this is where maybe I would be looking to trim or get out completely. Once we have this test of this upper trend line, we would then look to see if the larger degree trend is going to take hold and move the stock lower, or if this correction is going to extend in yet another X and then move forward in a final 3-wave move up in Z. That would be a more complex correction. Okay, let me move over to the daily chart, and I just want to show you there is a pretty important SMA that coincides with this as well. I believe it is the 50-day SMA. That comes in at 0.0219. Where's 0.0219? Right over here. You know, so it's possible that even once it tests this SMA that sits around in this area, you know, it might spike above it just to fish to see if there's any stops, or just to see, you know, if some momentum players might come in or come out. Who knows? But I am looking higher this stock, and again, the disclaimer is I don't intend to trade this, and the reason is I'm giving you a target, and that's all nice and dandy, but this is a very complex correction. This is one of the more, you know, difficult Elliott wave patterns that is out there. Elliott wave already is advanced stuff, and yet this is, you know, on the deeper end of difficulty. So, you know, what do I do when I see this? Just, you know, this is what I tell my students. Just because I have an Elliott wave count doesn't mean I should trade it. You know, the question is as follows: I have a target, but is it a low risk, high reward opportunity? My opinion is that it is not, because, you know, this is moving sideways and it's overlapping, and at the end of the day, this is difficult. It's not easy. You know, sometimes you want to wait. You know, look for a stock that's in a clear trend. This is not necessarily in a clear trend. This can move up or down at the end of the day. So, you know, again, just because you have a target, or somebody's telling you, somebody you trust is telling you, is giving you a target, you know, they may not be identifying the risk to you. So just keep that in mind. You know, again, do your own due diligence. Try and learn as much as possible. So yeah, that's all I got for mine. You know, looking higher correctively in a counter trend move. Good luck.